Lesson 3-1, Percents of Numbers. Example 1, find the percent of each number. So A part, we have 22% of 9. This is a review from 6th grade, but if we want to find a percent of a number, we need to remember that the percent goes to a decimal. If you don't see the decimal's at the end of the percentile. So the end of 22 is where your decimal is, and we move the decimal 2 places left, 1, 2. So we get 0.22. So 0.22 is a decimal, is like dollars. If we were thinking of this in money, this would be $0.22. And the percentile is like your cents, your pennies. It was 22 pennies. Of is a key word that means times. And so we have 0.22 times 9. You can go type that in a calculator. And it is 1.98. So 22% of 9 is 1.98. And if we kind of think about that, 22% is less than half. Less than half of 9 would be 1.98. That makes sense. It's a reasonable answer. B part, 145% of 34. So we'll start by moving our decimal from behind the 5, since we don't see it, 2 places left, and we get 1.45. Of means times 34. We type it in a calculator and get 49.3. Well, 145% is greater than 100%, so it's more than all of 34. So 49.3 is more than all of 34, so that answer seems reasonable. Example 2, Anna buys a phone case for $16. She must pay 7% sales tax. How much is the sales tax? How much is her total? So first of all, let's figure out what the sales tax is. She pays 7% sales tax, so we're finding 7% of $16. Remember that decimal's behind the 7, so we move 1, 2 places left, meaning that we'll get 0.07. Of means times 16, which equals 1.12, and since we're dealing with money, we can say that's $1.12. So this is her sales tax. Now, how much is her total? Well, her total would be the cost of the phone case plus the sales tax, which is $17.12. Example 3, Ned created a video that was originally 40 minutes long, but he ended up cutting it by 8%. How long was his video after he cut it? Well, we could first find out how much time he cut. So we know that he cut 8% of 40 minutes. So 0.08 times 40, which equals 3.2. So he cut 3.2 minutes. So we can take what amount he started with, 40 minutes, and subtract how much he cut, 3.2, to get the total 36.8 minutes. So this is the length of the video after he cut down part of the original portion. Example 4, Fred is a car salesman. He sells a $23,000 truck and earns 4% commission. How much does Fred earn? Well, when we're dealing with commission, it's kind of like sales tax. It's a percent of a number. but it's money that a person makes from sales, and they just make that percentage. So he earns 4% of $23,000. So when we solve this, we'll know the exact amount that he earns. So 4% is 0.04 of means times 23,000. And you can type that into a calculator, and we get 920, which tells us that he earns $920. So while there are several problems that you may encounter with percentages, where you find a percent of a number and then you either add or subtract it to the original, this is one of those rare problems where you just find the percent of a number.